Hi guys, I'm Anita and I'm back with another video. Today it's Wednesday, so it's time for a Top 5 Wednesday. The Top 5 Wednesday was created by Lainey from GOODREADS Lainey and is currently being hosted by Sam from Thoughts and Tomes. I'll leave a link to both their channels down below, as well as the GOODREADS group where you can check in with topics and such for future Top 5 Wednesdays. This week's topic is top 5 books that would get you out of a reading slump. First off, I highly suggest reading graphic novels or manga, because when you read graphic novels they go really fast because it's just pictures and a couple of words, so you can often read mangas in an hour or two and you feel like you've accomplished something, and that sometimes will help you get out of a reading slump. And some of my recommendations is Namona by Noel Stevenson. I really enjoyed this graphic novel. I think it has a lot of humor and wit, and yeah, I like the art style. I know it's not like perfect or anything, but I think it's quite cute. It look like something like this. And then the manga series that I will recommend is The Fullmetal Alchemist by Hiromu Arakawa. They're really fast paced and there's a lot of action in these books, so they go really fast. Another type of books that will get me out of reading slumps are shorter books. But short books can also sometimes be difficult to read because it can be like complex writing. But one of the shorter books that I read in a day and would definitely get a lot of people out of reading slumps, I think, is The Girl Who Chased the Moon by Sarah Addison Allen. This is only a 250 pages book and it takes like nothing at all to read it. The font is also pretty large, not in the huge section, but still, so it goes really fast when you read it. Spot number 3 on my list is actually books that are action-packed. Like for me, when I read, if I know I read books that something happens all the time, they're easier to get into because you get sucked into the story right away. Like I don't know if I want to call them survival stories, but sort of books where people are on the run because of something that happened or they've escaped from something. I mean, examples for this could be Kelly Armstrong's Darkest Power series, where these people have been added to this institution and suddenly they want to escape, and so a lot of these books are set where they're on the run from the institution. They want them back and they're trying to hide from them so they don't get back because they're really evil people. I like those sort of books and I think they're easy to read because there's a lot of things happening all the time. And another series also in this sort of genre that is YA is James Patterson's Maximum Ride series. I've only read the first book in that one, but that was a lot like in the same sort of genre or pace like the Kelly Armstrong books that I've read. Number 2 on my list is going to seek your favorite genre. For me that's urban fantasy. I feel like if I find a pretty short urban fantasy, I'll often pick that up if I'm in a slump, and it will help me get into the reading mood again. Sometimes I'll pick up Mercy Thompson books because they're like around 300 pages each, so they're not really long. Or it could be the Elemental Assassins series, which I also really enjoy. I think they're really action-packed as well. So those two series are some book series that I go to if I'm in a slumpy mood. I also often just pick a Dresden book, but I always listen to audio, so it's not only when I go to... I also listen to audios also when I'm in a slump, so that doesn't necessarily help me get out of reading slumps. My final and first pick on this list is rereading books that you know that you love. That often helps me get into reading again, so when I'm in a slump I often pick up a Harry Potter book. Harry Potter is one of the only series I've so far been rereading since I started the reading, and I want to reread some more because I want to reread Rachel Mead's books, but this is the only one I've so far been rereading since I started out reading. But every time I pick this up I know I'm in for a treat, and I know that I'm gonna love the book, and that will help me want to pick up the book. Even though I know what's gonna happen, it helps me get that feeling of want to reading again. Then I can at least go into the next book in the series if I want to. So yes, these were my top 5 picks to get you out of a reading slump. Let me know in the comments down below what sort of books you gravitate towards when you're in a reading slump, what helps you out, because I'd really like to know if I can find something else that will help me. So if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video very, very soon. Goodbye.